What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today when I talk to you about NIO, I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down on what's really moving it and what just came out associated to the company itself. Before we get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So NIO is up 2.54%, 648 the low, 671 the high, and a lot of volume. So 32.9 million shares being traded, 84.8 is the average. So you are seeing a little bit of a battle. So both on the secondary market and also the dark pool, you see a lot of big transactions. And so it goes to show that institutions are actually buying NIO. But at the same time, you are having algorithmic trading adding a certain level of suppression to NIO. And it's not just NIO, it's actually happening across the board. And so it's kind of an interesting circumstance right now. So you are seeing, like I said, a little bit of a battle. But nonetheless, there's kind of a back and forth because of two things. One is we did get some pretty good ratings. So we did get both upgrades, both 850 price targets. One was from UBS, Paul, who has a 70% success rating, which is rather good. And then you did have Roth MKM, unknown analyst, of course, but 850 is pretty good. So that's raising the average to 643, still representing a 3.45% downside, but you're seeing more and more bullishness coming from analysts. So the last three that did come out, 850, 850, and 8. So that is one thing that's really pushing, obviously, NIO higher and having institutions buying NIO. Flip side, you did have the weekly registration numbers, and I think some people are somewhat disappointed by this, but again, with potentially the ES8 launch, Catalyst, NIO Day, and also the bullish ratings, I think this is kind of overdoing or outdoing, I guess, these numbers. So as a group, 6,167, 1124 associated to Firefly, 2425 for NIO, and then 2618 for Onvo. And so of that Onvo, the 2618, we did have about 2,050 associated to L90. So that's pretty good, still pretty good momentum overall, but I think generally speaking, and to play devil's advocate, is a little bit on the low end, but nonetheless, there seems to be more bullishness overall for the future catalysts rather than this. So let me know your general thoughts on this. When it comes to shorts, they are playing some weird games. So in case you guys haven't joined my Patreon yet, I do post this every single evening. It's completely free, so you can kind of pop over there and just join as a free member. But I go over exactly short interest. You can kind of see as well, click on it and a lot of the data, but shorts did return 7.99 million shares yesterday. So they've been really returning, and at that time, which again, you can kind of look at these screenshots, it was below 10%. So I think that was deserving of a round of applause. As of right now, those shorts are increasing, so bringing it back to 10.46%. So 3.24 million shares overall are being increased today. Again, kind of getting it back to that double digits. 161.64 million shares overall are being shorted though. So when it comes down to NIO shorts that are still overextended, you can see that based on the DTC being at 2.26 days. But I think generally speaking, there's a lot of good catalysts, and most likely they will be returning a lot more over the next little bit. And just to once again put it in comparison, shorts have returned. It was about, it looks like 15% short interest back in March, and where it is now at 10.46%. I've been covering NIO for a very long time, and shorts have always been a massive part of NIO, and hands down, this is the most that they've returned in the last 2.5 years. So pretty good stuff overall. Looking at the options, 3.55 million in calls, 623,000 in puts. So kind of low volume for the options, but 51% of all the options being done today are bullish in nature. From a bull standpoint, you see a consensus for it to be roughly around that 650 to 7. And then for the bears, they're anticipating for it to be sub kind of 650. So definitely a lot more upside than down. This one stands out right here. So there was 4,000 purchased at that $3 strike price for June 18th. So I'm not really sure where that is coming from and why they'd be that bearish, but nonetheless, with it right now at 663, it is trading between this R3 and this R2. 677 is going to be the next strong target / resistance, and if it's able to get above that, then it can get to the dreaded $7.49 range. And the reason why I say dreaded is because every time NIO has really broken out, the last 3 times, significant breakouts, it always bounces off of this R3. So this is kind of like the line in the sand. If it can get above that, then you'll see massive explosion higher. But history, again, that has always really struggled with that. So just watch for that R3, but nonetheless, 649 and then 632 will be kind of the support points. Did bounce generally off of this R2, so 649 and then 648 was the low for today. Aside from all of that fun stuff, quickly popping back over here, it is now fully above that 10-day moving average, so momentum fully in force. You can see from the market position that there's a lot more willing buyers, so that's always a good thing. Even though algos are kind of adding a certain level of suppression, you are seeing a lot of analysts clearly be bullish, prompting some institutions to buy, which in my opinion is a pretty good thing. So let me know your thoughts on NIO. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Are you buying based on those registration numbers? Are you buying leading into NIO day, or kind of what's your overall thoughts on NIO? And then one final thing, if you are looking for some solid buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, pop over to my Patreon. I put out daily day trades, numerous swing trades. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.